So I went through this last problem a little quickly, but I'm going to post my answer key that I did from the notes in class that has all of these examples done. So I'm not going to do all of these examples, but I want you to try them and do them and then check your work with my answer key. But I'm going to do the FOIL method in this video now. And so FOIL you may have heard of, but FOIL stands for first, outside, inside, last. And I use FOIL in my own method of using arrows. So basically everything in this binomial needs to get multiplied by everything in this binomial. And you need to make sure that you keep that organized though. So I like to use arrows. I know that this x in this binomial needs to get multiplied by each thing in this binomial. Okay, so I'm going to do that first. I need this x. I drew an arrow from one x. I'm going to erase my arrows and do it again. This x needs to get multiplied by this x. I'm going to write that out. X times x. I'm just going to leave that for a second. Then I know that this x needs to get multiplied to this -3. So I'm going to do plus that x times -3. All right. And then, so this x got multiplied by everything in this binomial. Now I know that this 2 needs to get multiplied by each thing. So I'm going to start with that 2 times x. So plus 2 times x. And then I'm going to do it again. That 2 now has to get multiplied by -3. So plus 2 times -3. It is plus each time because everything was positive on the outside of the parentheses. X was positive and 2 was positive. Okay, now I'm just going to clean it up. X times x, you are responsible for knowing that that is x squared. X times -3, those are not like terms, so we just write them together and we're going to have -3x. 2 times x, again, we just write those next to each other, 2x. And then 2 times -3 is -6. So I'm going to erase that plus sign and put -6, -6. Okay, like I said, now we need to clean it up. Again, we don't want to have any like terms left. Like I said, usually your middle terms will combine, but we can double check. My x squared, nothing is able to combine with it, so I'm going to cross that out. My -3x and my 2x, those are like terms, so I'm going to do my work off to the side. -3x plus 2x. All right, remember, I'm just going to do the math with the number. So I have -3 plus 2, which is -1x. So -1x, and then -6. And that is my answer. You should notice that we got the same answer in the other example. These were both the same problem. But 2 different methods. No matter what, you will get the same answer if your math is correct. So it doesn't matter to me whether you do box method or FOIL method. I do think a lot of you will prefer box method, but that's fine. So let's do an example with FOIL. So I'm going to do one more with FOIL with you. I'm going to do this example of 3 right here. And this 2, this little exponent of 2, that means that you have 2 sets of x minus 3. So you need to rewrite that so it looks like a problem that you are capable of doing. So you need to expand it. This exponent of 2 tells you how many total sets of x minus 3s you have. You have 2 sets of them. So you need to expand it. Now you can do the FOIL method, x minus 3 times x minus 3. You know that this x needs to get multiplied by that x. And this x also needs to get multiplied by that -3. So plus x times that -3. Then you know that this -3 needs to get multiplied by this x. So that's a -3. So I'm going to do -3 times x. And this -3 needs to get multiplied by -3. So -3 times -3. Okay, so use your arrows. Everything in this binomial needs to get multiplied by everything in this binomial. Okay, now we're going to clean it up. X times x is x squared. X times -3 is -3x. -3x again. And then -3 times -3 is -9, or +9, I'm sorry, +9. Pause it and use your calculator if you're lost. My like terms are in the middle, so I need to clean those up. I have x squared, that's gone. -3x minus 3x, we'll do this off to the side. -3x minus 3x, -3 minus 3.